Raider Nation, what's going on? It's Mitchell Renz here, host of the Raiders Report. And coming up on today's show, the Denver Broncos moved on in a very surprising fashion from one of their top players, Randy Gregory. So my question is this: should the Las Vegas Raiders bring him here to the silver and black? I mean, let's face it, we need all the extra help we could possibly get here in terms of going out and getting after the quarterback. Max Crosby could use somebody on top of that, and maybe stealing somebody from Denver wouldn't be such a bad idea. I'll give you my answer on whether or not the Raiders should do it and how likely it is that it ends up going down. Here at Chat Sports, we are a competitive company. We got a bunch of people, and you know what? That old saying, if you ain't first, you're last, I believe in it. So if you love the Raiders, and if you think Raider Nation is better than Bears fans, better than Niners fans, better than Cowboys fans, click that share button right now. Do me a favor, continue to help this show grow, because we got over 146,000 people here. We treat every single day like an Oakland tailgate, and if you miss Oakland as much as I do, I promise you this: you're not going to agree with everything that I say. But I can promise you will not find another person, you will not find a better team than Jeremy Chuggs and I that bring that commitment to excellence on an everyday basis. So let's talk about Randy Gregory. What's crazy about this entire thing is the Denver Broncos gave Gregory a 5-year, $70 million deal this year in free agency in 2023. However, though, the Broncos defense has been horrendous this season, and according to the Broncos, Sean Payton, the team wants to focus on younger players right now. I don't really know what exactly is going on, and, Gregory has had some past issues, and when I say past issues, Gregory, he likes weed. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? He went to Denver, I think, for a reason. It's legal in Las Vegas. He has had some knee issues on top of that, but when he's been healthy, he's been good. I don't know if he's been 5 years, $70 million good, but to me, I would look at this as a potential, okay, we could add another outside linebacker / defensive end. You could help out Max Crosby a little bit, and you get an inside scoop on the Denver Broncos. So here's the one problem, though. Gregory hasn't been good this year. But I also look at it as the Denver Broncos have been an absolute dumpster fire. And if you're a player like Randy Gregory and you're seeing what the hell's going on here in Denver, are you unmotivated? Because an unmotivated Randy Gregory is a player that I do not want. The fact that he's been cut makes me wonder, well, maybe he's going to carry a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, because when he does carry a chip on his shoulder, he could be a hell of a player. But he was before that he got hurt last season. When you go back and you watch the tape, when you go back and you look at the good and the bad Randy Gregory, it's before he got injured, dude was balling out. After the injury, definitely went down a little bit. But if you could get him on a cheap deal, it's something you got to at least think about here. So what I want you to do is be Dave Ziegler. Be the general manager. And if you are the general manager, first off, before you answer this question, go fire Josh McDaniels. Do you want the Raiders to sign Randy Gregory? Type Y for yes, or I want you to go down in the comments section and type your N for no. And coming up here after this YouTube ad break, I'm going to give you my answer on whether or not the Las Vegas Raiders should sign Randy Gregory. My answer is you got to at least have the conversation. If you're Dave Ziegler, you got to walk into Josh McDaniels' room and you just got to go, what do you think about this guy here? You pick up the phone, you give him a call, you talk to him about what's going on in Denver, because in terms of the talent standpoint, the Raiders could use all the help that they possibly could get on the defensive side of the football. We agree on that, right? The other side of it is, I think that there's something going on that we don't know about. Because for Gregory to get released, it's weird, it's fishy, something just doesn't smell right. Now, I look at Randy Gregory as a yard sale, and he's not going to be all that expensive because he just got cut in the middle of the season in a very, very shocking move. So when I hear that, I go, all right, we're not paying him that boatload of money. Are there other free agents out there that you'd be able to get at a discount? Sure, no doubt about it. But I have watched the Raiders now for 4 weeks really struggle to be able to get after the quarterback. This was a team that was hoping that they were going to have Chandler Jones. You don't have it. So could Randy Gregory be a potential Chandler Jones replacement? Maybe. I don't know. He could help out Malcolm Koonce. He could help out Tyree Wilson. All I know is if we continue to do with what we got on defense, it is not going to be very pretty. Something that is pretty. Something that is pretty. hanging out with your family and your friends while you're watching a football game, while you're going to a baseball game, hell, a comedy event, a concert. Being able to go to Drake a few weeks ago with Chugs and my boss, James, I mean, it was one of the most memorable things that I'll ever have. And when you have a memory like that, it is worth every single penny. And on top of that, I can save you a bunch of pennies with our sponsor, Game Time. So download Game Time today for $20 off with code RaidersChat. So, Nation, create an account and redeem code RaidersChat for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Forget planning months into the advance. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets for basketball, baseball, concerts, football, comedy, theater, and a whole lot more. It is the perfect app for anybody that's planning on traveling to Las Vegas. So download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code RaidersChat for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code RaidersChat for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. You can find that link for you guys down in the comments and down in the description of today's show. Let's continue here to talk about Randy Gregory this season. 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, 0 forced fumbles in 2022. You can see not great production in 2021. The 6 sacks was a little bit better. I see right now in our live show, Wayne FG2 is spamming no more distractions. And you know what? He's not wrong. Randy Gregory has been a distraction. But you know what's an easy way to be a little bit less of a distraction? Maybe if you start playing a little bit better football. I can't guarantee that. And he's 100% right. Wayne, you're right. The Raiders do not need more distractions. But I also need a defense that can put up some points. And when you look at his pressure rate by year, this past year was not very good. But in 2022, he was at 17.5%. If we can get the Randy Gregory that's in this 14, 17 range, he can be a productive player. Yeah, I don't know if he's 100% healthy. I don't know if he's going to be 100% motivated. All those things, I have no idea what to tell you because Randy Gregory is a wild card. He is. He is the definition of a wild card. But you know what? Sometimes when you're in Vegas, you got to take some chances. And with a 1-3 football team, it's the time to take a chance. I know this. If the Raiders end up signing Randy Gregory, oh my Lord, we will be going live. We're going to be going wild. We're going to be doing some crazy, outlandish shit here on the Raiders Report. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got your notifications turned on. And make sure that you never miss anything. So hit that subscribe button. Now let's look at the Raiders' defensive end depth chart because this is essentially where Randy Gregory would end up playing if he does end up coming to the silver and black. Remember, Chandler Jones is no longer a member of this team, though I'm not even sure if Chandler Jones knows that. He was on Twitter earlier today. When I say today, I mean Thursday. And he's tweeting out like that he's still part of this team, that he just found out that he wasn't, or that he's not a member of this team, which is kind of crazy to me. But you got Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, who played a lot better against the Chargers. And then you got Malik Reed, Malcolm Koonce. Though Reed, as it stands right now, he might still actually be on the practice squad. I got to actually check that because they did elevate him last week to play against the Chargers, and maybe they'll end up doing it again this week. But your defense is struggling. You had an organization that was relying on Chandler Jones. You had an organization that was relying on a veteran, and now you're putting Tyree Wilson in a difficult situation. The Raiders have forced 1 turnover. They need to get some pressure. So at the end of the day, you got to be able to figure out a way to do that. Is Randy Gregory the answer? I'm not 100% sure of that. So be honest with me here. What are the chances that the Raiders end up signing Randy Gregory? And I want you to scale it from 1 to 10. 10 being Mitch, book it right now. I'm getting a Randy Gregory jersey. It's happening. 1 being, you don't think that there's any chance in hell that Randy Gregory is going to end up joining the silver and black. For me personally, I am going to give this probably a 1 or 2. I don't think that there's a very good shot at it going down because literally this year, I'm going to say like 3 weeks ago, Gregory said that he hates the Raiders. And the reason why I'm doing this show is because of the amount of people that asked me, Mitch, could the Raiders go out and get Randy Gregory? And I was like, I didn't even make a video on it in the beginning, the first 24 hours, because I didn't think that there was any shot in hell because I knew Randy Gregory said this. Yes, this is a real quote. Gregory on why he hates the Raiders. I don't like the owner's haircut. I don't like the bowl cut. Kind of pisses me off. I mean, that is an insane quote. If you're Mark Davis, you're not going to bring in a guy who literally said this season, hates your haircut, which probably not the first time he's heard that, but he probably would get more upset the fact that he said he hates the Raiders. And it could just be the fact that he was playing with the Denver Broncos and he was trying to lean into the rivalry a little bit, like right before when the Raiders and Broncos squared off in week 1. But that's wild. That is a wild, wild comment there. We'll see what ends up going down here. To me, though, Randy Gregory joining the Las Vegas Raiders, it is definitely not something that I think is going to end up going down. So, sorry for everyone who wanted Randy Gregory, but hey, my job here is to talk about what people ask me on social media.